Do you guys still talk, or is it kind of a little resistance right now? Because
I ain't spoke with him in about a month.
Oh.
Maybe about
Right,
a
they're
month.
saying during the call, Birdman is saying time for you to come out here and get your money. You did everything you could do, boss. Now,
And he's calling
according
from
to
jail. I believe that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Birdman really loves Wayne in that way. I believe that he would not want Lil Wayne harmed in that way, and I don't think he would associate with somebody who tried to do harm to Lil Wayne.
Alvin Lewis, he's saying that Birdman promised Jimmy Winfrey $250,000 and a Porsche, and that was for the shooting.
Where's he getting this information from?
I have no idea.
Exactly, man. You can't be believing these second, third-hand
A friend of mine's introduced me to Wayne. So when I first met him, he became like my son. Like, you know, in New Orleans, we don't have fathers.
The hip-hop culture collaborated and tension between Lil Wayne and Birdman went way beyond music or contracts. It turned into one of hip-hop's most talked-about fallouts. Reports once claimed their bond, once like family, had completely fallen apart. Things took a darker turn in 2015 when an incident involving Lil Wayne's tour buses shocked the industry. On April 26, 2015, after performing at Compound nightclub in Atlanta, Lil Wayne's 2 tour buses were reportedly shot at while leaving the venue. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but the event caused massive headlines and raised serious questions across the rap world.
That father, son.
He had all the autistic at 11 years old when he first rapped to me. He was able to flow, able to change his
I
flow.
just smoke, drink in the car.
Yeah.
I don't write nothing down, so it's just something I do. I record so damn much.
Authorities later connected the case to Jimmy Pee Wee Roscoe, who had ties to well-known figures in the Atlanta rap scene. Legal documents described him as the tour manager for Young Thug, and he was eventually indicted on multiple charges related to the attack. The situation fueled endless speculation about ongoing disputes and rivalries within the hip-hop community, leaving fans stunned by how fast things had escalated between once close collaborators. Court filings later mentioned Birdman and Young Thug as unindicted individuals connected to the 2015 incident, though both denied any wrongdoing. Prosecutors claimed Jimmy Pee Wee Roscoe may have acted in response to tensions linked to Lil Wayne's business disputes, including his $51 million lawsuit against Cash Money Records. According to case records, phone data showed Winfrey contacting Young Thug and Birdman around the time of the event, which fueled online speculation but was never proven in court. Around that period, fans noticed a music video and several social media posts that seemed to reference the controversy, adding more attention to the ongoing story.
Wayne had like a kiss thing going on.
First of all, my own born son,
Yes.
I would kiss him.
Right.
I know you got a child, you probably kiss him. You probably got a son and you kiss him.
Yeah.
You heard me? I always looked at Wayne as my son, and I always looked at it like, because I was in the streets, and I thought this.
In 2018, a leaked phone call allegedly involving Birdman and Winfrey surfaced as part of a civil lawsuit from Wayne's tour bus driver, who claimed emotional distress. The case added more public curiosity about one of hip-hop's most dramatic legal sagas. Birdman's team quickly responded to the accusations, with a source telling TMZ that the leaked phone call had nothing to do with the 2015 tour bus incident. It was simply business talk and support between friends. Birdman firmly denied any involvement and even offered to assist authorities in finding the truth. Young Thug also called the claims outrageous, insisting the situation was being misunderstood. Jimmy Pee Wee Roscoe later accepted a plea deal in 2015, but had his conviction overturned in 2018. He pled again in 2020 to reduced charges and received probation. His name appeared once more in later legal cases connected to the YSL investigation, though no criminal charges were ever filed against Birdman or Young Thug. Despite years of rumors, officials concluded there wasn't enough direct evidence linking the two artists to the case. Still, the fallout forever changed their relationship, leaving fans divided over what really happened behind the scenes of one of hip-hop's most dramatic chapters. Lil Wayne, born Dwayne Carter, first met Birdman in the early 90s through mutual connections in New Orleans' growing rap scene. Some say the link came through local rapper Lil Slim, while others believe it was Wayne's stepfather who introduced them. However it happened, that meeting would go on to shape hip-hop history.
Day one, it's just, I guess I've been blessed to be keeping with the uprise with the music business.
And Drake just did 1 million, been #1 for the last 8-9 weeks. Nicki in the Lab. I got a little situation with Wayne we got to get in order, but I'm looking forward to it.
Birdman and his brother Slim Williams had just founded Cash Money Records in 1991, building it from the ground up in the heart of New Orleans. At the time, the city's music was booming with bounce and southern rap energy, and Cash Money stood out for its raw, independent grind and entrepreneurial hustle. Wayne, only a kid with a huge passion for music, caught Birdman's attention by leaving freestyles on his answering machine. Those early rhymes showed raw talent and determination, and Birdman saw potential right away, marking the start of one of rap's most legendary partnerships. By 1993, an 11-year-old Lil Wayne officially joined Cash Money Records as part of the duo Bee Gees with Christopher Dorsey, becoming the youngest artist on the label. Their 1995 debut album, True Story, captured the spirit and sound of New Orleans rap scene, showing early flashes of Wayne's talent. After personal tragedy struck his family, Birdman stepped in as a mentor and guiding figure, helping Wayne stay focused on music. Under Birdman's wing, Cash Money's rise was massive. By 1998, a $30 million deal with Universal Records took the label nationwide. Hits from Juvenile, BG, and the Hot Boys, including Wayne, pushed Cash Money into the mainstream spotlight.
Talk, or is it kind of a little resistance right now because...
I ain't spoke with him in about a month. Maybe about a month.
Wayne's first solo album, The Block Is Hot, 1999, went platinum when he was just 17. Years later, he launched Young Money Entertainment, signing future superstars like Drake and Nicki Minaj. By the time the Carter III dropped in 2008, selling over 1 million copies its first week, Wayne had cemented his legacy as a hip-hop icon. In 2006, Birdman and Lil Wayne dropped their joint album Like Father Like Son, which peaked at #3 on the Billboard 200 and went gold. The title reflected how close they were, Birdman as the mentor and Wayne as the protege, both sharing success and swagger. Their hit single, Stuntin' Like My Daddy, climbed the Hot 100 charts and became an anthem celebrating confidence, success, and family loyalty.
Cash Money's influence on mid-2000s hip-hop was undeniable. The luxury cars, bold fashion, and larger-than-life energy helped shape the entire culture. Wayne stood as the label's brightest star, showing how far the brand had come from its early days in New Orleans. But behind the success, there were reports of growing tensions. Several artists, including Juvenile, Manny Fresh, and BG, later claimed financial disagreements with the label and even pursued legal action over royalties. Though Birdman and Cash Money continued to dominate the charts, the business side of the empire was starting to face serious public scrutiny.
Each other every day.
Who?
Man, Wayne, we work right next to the door to each other in the studio.
Are you serious? So if you're in like Studio A and he's in Studio B, y'all be there at the same time?
Yeah.
And y'all don't talk to each other?
Every night.
Birdman maintained the relationship wasn't dead, though.
I didn't never want the music business to interfere with my relationship with my son anyway. I love him to death. I raised him. So that's something I personally have to do because I don't ever want that to, because right now it's affecting our personal relationship.
Former Cash Money artist BG once spoke out about the label's tough business style, saying its street-inspired roots shaped how things were run. Birdman's past often drew attention, but despite the controversy, Lil Wayne remained fiercely loyal to him for years, seeing him as family and trusting him completely. That trust was tested in 2012 when Young Money, Wayne's label, reportedly secured a major distribution deal with Universal worth up to $200 million. The money was meant to expand Young Money's roster and boost its reach, but Wayne later claimed the funds weren't handled properly and that Birdman used them for other business priorities. Adding to the tension, Birdman began working closely with rising star Young Thug, who many saw as the next big act under his wing. By 2014, delays surrounding Wayne's long-awaited Tha Carter V album had him feeling stuck and frustrated, sparking the beginning of one of hip-hop's most talked-about label disputes. Tha Carter V was expected to drop in May 2014, then again in December, but the release kept getting delayed. Reports suggested Birdman had put the project on hold, which left Lil Wayne frustrated and confused. He believed the album was finished and ready, but for reasons never fully explained, it wasn't cleared to come out. Some insiders claimed Birdman wanted to renegotiate Wayne's contract, while others thought tensions were growing over business control. Whatever the cause, their long-running partnership was starting to fracture. By late 2014, things spilled into the public eye. On December 4th, Lil Wayne took to Twitter to express his disappointment, saying he wanted to release Thought Carter V but couldn't due to label issues. Fans were stunned. This was the first time Wayne openly called out Birdman, marking the beginning of one of hip-hop's most public and emotional label disputes. Lil Wayne made headlines when he publicly called himself a prisoner of his own label and asked to be released from Cash Money Records. He wasn't hinting or holding back. He wanted everyone to know he was ready to move on. The message shocked fans worldwide, turning what once had been a close partnership into a very public fallout. Just days later, during a live show, Wayne told the crowd he was in a tough spot, but would soon be free. His words showed how deeply personal the situation had become. It wasn't just about contracts or percentages anymore. In early 2015, Wayne dropped Sorry for the Wait 2, a mixtape that doubled as both a thank you to his fans and a clear statement of independence. Weeks later, he filed a $51 million lawsuit against Cash Money Records, alleging the label withheld payments and delayed Thought Carter V. He also sought to separate Young Money from the deal, aiming to take control of his music and future once and for all. Wayne's longtime manager, Cortez Bryant, publicly defended him, saying Lil Wayne had carried Cash Money Records for years and deserved better treatment. In a February 2015 Rolling Stone interview, Wayne confirmed he and Birdman were no longer on speaking terms, calling Thought Carter V a dead subject and admitting he had moved on mentally from the situation. By March, Wayne's frustration started showing through his music. He dropped bars that made it clear the tension was still alive. In a Jacksonville concert in April 2015, Wayne shouted out Young Money while distancing himself from Cash Money, drawing huge reactions from the crowd. Despite everything, Birdman continued to insist the bond wasn't completely broken and that the situation could still be resolved. But at that point, fans could see it. What once looked like a father and son dynamic had turned into one of the most public rifts hip-hop had ever seen. By mid-2015, Wayne made it clear he was officially done with Cash Money Records. In A$AP Rocky's track M's, he rapped about moving on from the label, sending a powerful message to the industry. Soon after, Wayne partnered with Tidal to release Free Weezy album, which featured more references to his split from Cash Money.
Later surfaced that Birdman filed a lawsuit against Tidal over streaming rights, showing how deep the dispute had become. Despite the tension, the two surprised fans in early 2016 when they appeared together at Drake's New Year's Eve event, briefly sparking reconciliation rumors. Birdman even called Wayne his son on stage, but the peace didn't last long. That same year, Wayne filed another lawsuit, this time against Universal Music Group, claiming profits from Young Money artists weren't properly distributed. The situation dragged on publicly, leaving fans heartbroken as one of hip-hop's most legendary partnerships continued to fall apart, both financially and emotionally. Even while Birdman spoke about wanting peace, the legal conflict between him and Lil Wayne was heating up fast. In early 2015, Wayne filed a major lawsuit against Cash Money Records and its founders, seeking $51 million in damages, release from his contract, and full control of his Young Money imprint. According to court documents, Wayne claimed Thought Carter V was finished but not released, and that he hadn't received full payment for advances or royalties related to the project. He also alleged the label failed to properly account for profits from Young Money artists like Drake and Nicki Minaj. Cash Money denied wrongdoing, maintaining that the situation was being exaggerated. In 2016, Wayne expanded his legal fight, filing a $40 million lawsuit against Universal Music Group. He alleged that profits from Young Money acts were redirected to repay Cash Money's debts. The disputes painted a picture of deep business disagreements that had completely overshadowed what was once one of hip-hop's most successful partnerships. The ongoing lawsuits put Lil Wayne's career on pause for years. Ty Carter V was first planned for 2014, but didn't officially release until September 2018, after Wayne and Cash Money finally reached a settlement. During that time, he voiced his frustration through diss tracks and mixtapes like Sorry for the Wait 2 and Free Weezy album, expressing how creatively trapped he felt. The dispute also sparked wider conversations about unfair music contracts and artist control. Birdman faced mounting criticism as old financial disagreements with former Cash Money artists resurfaced. Courts even ordered reviews of the label's spending and accounting, bringing more scrutiny to its operations. At one point, Birdman reportedly filed a $50 million lawsuit against Tidal over the streaming of Wayne's Free Weezy album. Despite brief moments of reconciliation, like their 2016 reunion at Drake's New Year's Eve event, things quickly fell apart again. By then, Wayne's focus was simple: gain full freedom, secure what was owed, and move forward with his music on his own terms. By mid-2018, the long legal battle between Lil Wayne, Birdman, Cash Money, and Universal Music Group finally came to an end. Court filings from May 2018 confirmed that all parties had reached a settlement, bringing years of disputes to a close. Reports suggested Wayne received a payout worth over $10 million, officially freeing him from his Cash Money contract and granting him full ownership of his music catalog, a huge win for his independence. Wayne's lawyer described the outcome as amicably resolved, and the deal allowed Wayne to move forward with complete creative control. Soon after, Ty Carter V finally dropped on September 28, 2018, debuting at #1 and selling nearly 500,000 copies in its first week.
Months later, Birdman publicly apologized to Wayne in Lil Louisiana Fest in August 2018, saying he wanted to make things right. The moment marked a powerful step toward closure, ending one of hip-hop's longest-running disputes and showing that even deep rifts can find resolution. Lil Wayne finally released the Carter 5 on September 28, 2018, and it instantly hit #1 on the charts, selling nearly 480,000 units in its first week. The long-awaited album proved Wayne could still dominate the game without Cash Money's backing. Earlier that year, Wayne and Birdman were seen together at Club LIV during an event celebrating Birdman's new project, sparking early signs of peace. But it was Birdman's heartfelt apology at Lil Louisiana Fest that made it official. The two were working to mend their once broken bond. Their relationship continued to heal over time. In January 2024, Wayne and Birdman were spotted back in the studio together for the first time in years, signaling a true reconciliation. Birdman later appeared on Nick Cannon's podcast, reflecting on their history and acknowledging how much success Cash Money achieved through artists like Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj. After years of tension, it seemed like one of hip-hop's most famous partnerships had finally come full circle. By late 2024, things between Lil Wayne and Birdman seemed to have finally smoothed out. The full Hot Boys lineup, Wayne, Juvenile, Turk, BG, Birdman, and Manny Fresh, reunited at Lil Louisiana Fest, performing their classic hits and announcing a mini tour that had fans excited across the country. The reunion tour in early 2025 brought plenty of viral moments, including a few lighthearted on-stage interactions between Wayne and Birdman that had fans talking online. Despite speculation, both appeared to be in good spirits throughout the shows, showing mutual respect while celebrating their shared legacy in hip-hop. As of early 2026, the two remain on positive terms, with no public disputes or new legal issues. They occasionally appear together at events, keeping the focus on music and history rather than past drama. While fans still debate how genuine their reconciliation is, there's no doubt their story remains one of the most unforgettable chapters in rap history.
In 2017, Rick Ross dropped Idols Become Rivals, a track widely interpreted as calling out Birdman over his treatment of Lil Wayne. In it, Ross urged Birdman to show respect and appreciation for Wayne's contributions to Cash Money's success. Wayne publicly thanked Ross for the support, and several former Cash Money artists, including Juvenile, Turk, Manny Fresh, and BG, also expressed understanding toward Wayne, acknowledging long-standing business tensions within the label. Over time, the tone between Wayne and Birdman softened, though some fans still notice occasional tension. Both continue to appear cordial and focused on preserving their shared legacy. Wayne's journey ultimately became a symbol of artistic independence. He now owns his masters, controls his catalog, and defines his own path. Their story highlights the complex side of mentorship in business and hip-hop, sparking broader conversations about artist rights and fair contracts. Despite all the ups and downs, their ability to find peace remains one of rap's most powerful redemption arcs. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more stories like this.